Hey Stoic friends, let's begin with a truth most ignore. The most powerful force on earth is a human being who has mastered themselves. When your emotions don't control you, when your thoughts are sharp and your actions deliberate, no storm can shake you, no insult can wound you, no failure can stop you, and no loss can define you. But most people today are soft, not because they're born weak, but because no one ever taught them how to forge strength. They're distracted by noise, addicted to comfort, and ruled by emotions they never learned to control. That's what this video is about. Breaking that cycle. These are 6 habits, 6 timeless disciplines drawn straight from the fire of Stoic wisdom. And when you master them, you become mentally untouchable, emotionally bulletproof, and spiritually grounded, even in a world that's spinning out of control. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while enduring plague, betrayal, and loss. Epictetus was born a slave and still rose to teach kings. Seneca navigated the political chaos of Rome with clarity and conviction. These men didn't speak philosophy, they lived it. And their words weren't written for decoration. They were forged in the flames of real life, real hardship, and real courage. Their lessons are not just ancient, they are eternal. They are more relevant today than ever. Because the world hasn't gotten easier. It's gotten louder, softer, more reactive, and more emotionally unstable. But the Stoic doesn't react. The Stoic responds. The Stoic doesn't crumble. The Stoic stands firm. This is not self-help fluff. This is self-mastery. These 6 habits will help you rise before the world wakes, choose clarity over chaos, and face anything with courage, discipline, and peace. And when you apply them, not just once but every single day, you become the kind of person the world can't break. You stop living at the mercy of life and start living with mastery over it. So, let's get into it. 6 Stoic habits. 6 ancient weapons. Build them into your life, and nothing can break you. Number 1. Practice voluntary discomfort. Seneca wrote, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself all the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" Comfort is a slow poison, luring you into a state of ease that numbs your senses and weakens your will. It whispers to you, coaxing you to rest, to settle, to seek the soft path. But in doing so, it strips away your strength and resilience. The Stoics understood this deep truth. Only by stepping into discomfort can you truly forge a mind and body capable of facing life's storms. This practice isn't about inflicting unnecessary pain or seeking hardship for its own sake. It's about preparing your spirit to withstand the challenges that will inevitably come your way. It's about learning to thrive when the world is at its toughest and to transform adversity into an opportunity for growth. Start with small challenges, take cold showers, and feel the sting of the water. Instead of retreating from the discomfort, lean into it. Understand that the moment of resistance is the very moment of your transformation. Fast for a day and realize that hunger doesn't control you. You control it. Sleep without a pillow and let the discomfort remind you that peace doesn't come from soft surroundings, but from a tranquil mind. Walk instead of driving and feel your impatience rise, only to watch it fade as you confront your need for convenience. And then, train. Train when you feel tired. Train when every muscle protests. Train when your mind tells you to rest and your body says, "Enough." This is where growth happens, not in the ease of comfort, but in the resistance, in the discomfort. Each drop of sweat, each moment of struggle is a step toward building a stronger, more resilient you. The Stoic embraces discomfort as a way of life, not as a burden. Every uncomfortable moment is an opportunity to strengthen not only your body, but also your mind, to forge an unshakable will that can withstand anything life throws at you. When you choose discomfort, you are not just building physical endurance. You are sculpting your character, sharpening your mental toughness, and fortifying your spirit. So, when hardship comes knocking, and it will, don't fear it. Don't shrink from it. Stand tall, and remember, you've trained for this. Hardship is no longer your enemy. It is your ally, your teacher. And when you master the art of voluntary discomfort, you will find that there is nothing in this world that can break you. Master this habit, and the world will have nothing left to throw at you that you cannot withstand. You will be like a tree, deeply rooted, unwavering in the face of the strongest winds. And when the storm passes, you will emerge stronger, unshaken, unbroken. Number 2, begin each day with stillness. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." For most people, mornings are a frantic race to get out the door. Alarm clocks blaring, phones buzzing, minds spinning with the endless to-do lists. The day begins in chaos, and with it, the rest of life often follows. They wonder why their lives feel out of control, yet they never pause to create control in the first place. The Stoic, however, knows that true strength is cultivated in the stillness before the storm. Before the world rushes in, before the demands of others seize your attention, you must claim your space. In those first few moments, you have the power to shape your mind, your mood, and your destiny for the rest of the day. Start with breath. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel the air fill your lungs, and with every exhale, release the tension from your body. Inhale peace, exhale chaos. As you breathe, let the weight of the world fall away, if only for a moment. This simple act of mindfulness can center your mind like nothing else. Next, take a few minutes to journal. Reflect on your goals, your intentions, and your purpose. Writing down your thoughts can clear the mental clutter and ground you in what truly matters. Let your words flow, and in doing so, gain clarity on the path ahead. What are you grateful for? What are you committed to achieving today? Write it down and make it real. Meditation is another powerful tool. Sit in silence and let your thoughts settle. Focus on the present moment and leave behind the worries of yesterday or the anxieties of tomorrow. It is in stillness that you discover peace within yourself. It is here that emotional control is nurtured. You may also choose to read a few lines from a Stoic text. Whether it's a passage from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Seneca's Letters from a Stoic, or Epictetus's Discourses, these ancient words of wisdom are not just ink on paper. They are reminders that no matter the chaos of the world, you have the power to choose your response. Reflect on your mortality. Understand that life is fleeting, and each day is a precious gift. Ground yourself in the reality that you can never control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. Stillness is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strategy. In that silence, you gather your strength. You prepare your mind and spirit for the challenges ahead. It's in these quiet moments that you cultivate the emotional resilience needed to face the storms that will inevitably come your way. By starting your day with stillness, you lay the foundation for emotional control. You create the clarity necessary to navigate your world with purpose and intention. and you remind yourself that no matter how loud the world becomes, you have the power to remain calm, centered, and unshaken. Start your day like a warrior preparing for battle, not a civilian stumbling into traffic. Your mind is your most powerful weapon. Sharpen it in the stillness before the world demands your attention. Only then can you truly face each day with the strength and clarity of a Stoic. Number 3, focus only on what you can control. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This simple truth is the cornerstone of Stoic strength. It is the key to unlocking a life of peace, power, and purpose. When you master the art of focusing only on what is within your control, you free yourself from the endless cycle of stress, frustration, and emotional turmoil. You reclaim your energy, your clarity, and your peace of mind. The world will throw countless challenges at you: storms, criticism, failure, and disappointment. But here's the truth: most of these things are beyond your control. You cannot control the weather, the actions of others, or the unpredictability of life. These are forces that will come and go, whether you fight them or not. But what you can control is your reaction, your mindset, and the actions you choose to take. Consider this: you cannot control what someone says to you, but you can control how you respond. You cannot control the past, but you can choose how you learn from it. You cannot control the circumstances around you, but you can control how you move through them. The Stoic knows that energy wasted is strength lost. Every time you give mental space to something outside your control, you lose a piece of your power. Stress, anxiety, and frustration arise when we try to control the uncontrollable. But when you shift your focus to what is within your power, your thoughts, your responses, your actions, you reclaim that energy and redirect it toward what truly matters. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for an important meeting. The stress starts to build up. Your heart races, your mind spirals, and you begin to feel helpless. But here's the Stoic question: is this within my control? The answer is no. The traffic, the other drivers, the situation, none of it is up to you. But your reaction, that's where your power lies. You can choose to remain calm, to breathe, and to make the most of the time. Perhaps listen to a podcast, think through your day, or simply practice patience. The situation may be out of your hands, but your response is entirely yours. This is how the Stoic becomes unbreakable, not by avoiding pain or hardship, but by focusing solely on what they can control. By letting go of the things that are beyond their reach and concentrating all their energy on the aspects of life where they can make an impact. The Stoic accepts that some things are out of their hands, but in this acceptance, they find freedom. Freedom from anxiety, freedom from frustration, freedom from the constant pull of external events that threaten to derail their peace. When you adopt this mindset, you realize that you are not at the mercy of the world around you. Instead, you are the master of your inner world. You decide how to react, how to grow, and how to move forward. The next time you feel stress creeping in, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, release it. Let it go. It has no power over you. If it is, take action. Act with purpose and clarity, and direct your energy toward what you can change. Mastering this habit is the foundation of Stoic strength. It is how you become unshakable. So take control of your thoughts, your responses, and your actions. Stop wasting energy on what you can't change and pour it into what you can. That's where your true power lies. Number 4, embrace negative visualization. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power, who has perceived their coming beforehand. Most people live in a constant state of fear about what the future may bring. They build fantasies about everything going right, and when life inevitably challenges them, they crumble under the pressure. But the Stoic knows that the best way to prepare for the future is not by imagining only the best outcomes, but by imagining the worst. This practice is known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It's a radical shift in mindset. Instead of avoiding discomfort or trying to shield yourself from failure, you embrace it. You visualize the worst-case scenarios: failure, loss, embarrassment, or even death. Not because you want them to happen, but because you want to prepare your mind and spirit to handle them with strength and composure. Imagine this for a moment. You've put all your effort into a project, a relationship, or an opportunity. Now, picture everything falling apart. The rejection, the disappointment, the pain. Instead of recoiling, embrace it. Let the fear of these moments no longer control you. When you can fully accept that everything might go wrong, nothing life throws your way can break you. The Stoic's secret lies in this simple truth. By visualizing failure and preparing for pain, you can face anything with calm and clarity. When hardship strikes, it's not a surprise. It's simply part of the plan. And when it doesn't happen, when everything turns out better than expected, you will find yourself grateful and more appreciative of the good moments. This habit isn't about being pessimistic or negative. It's about being prepared, so that when life's inevitable challenges come, they don't knock you down. It's a form of mental armor. You train your mind to withstand what's difficult so that when it happens, you're ready. And when it doesn't, you are thankful for the peace. Mastering premeditatio malorum means you stop living in fear of what may happen. You stop fearing failure, loss, or discomfort. Instead, you face them head-on, knowing they are a natural part of life. You stop waiting for life to surprise you. Instead, you control your reaction to whatever comes your way. When you embrace this habit, you free yourself from the chains of fear. You stop dreading what might go wrong, because you know you've already prepared yourself. You stop fearing pain, because you understand it's not the end. It's a challenge to overcome, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. So, practice premeditatio malorum. Visualize the losses, the failures, and the difficulties. When they happen, you'll stand strong, ready to face them with unwavering resolve. And when they don't, you'll carry forward with a heart full of gratitude. This is how you stop living in fear and start living fully, strong, empowered, and unshakable. Number 5, speak less, act more. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." In a world filled with noise, where everyone has something to say, the Stoic knows that true strength lies not in what you say, but in what you do. Words are easy. Anyone can talk, but not everyone can act. In a society obsessed with talking about what should be done, the Stoic takes a different path, one of silent action. When you constantly speak about your goals, your ideas, and your values, you run the risk of becoming someone who only talks about doing. You become a person who is consumed by intentions, but never gets the results to match. The world doesn't need more talk. It needs more action. The Stoic understands this at a core level. If you want to be respected, don't talk about it, show it. If you want to build discipline, don't make excuses. Demonstrate it through your daily habits. If you want confidence, prove it by doing difficult things without needing the approval of others. The more you speak, the more you dilute your message. But the less you speak, the more your actions speak volumes. There's immense power in silence. Let your actions do the talking. Do what you say you're going to do, and let the results make the noise. This is the habit that transforms you from a dreamer into a doer, from someone who talks about greatness to someone who embodies it. Every time you choose to act rather than speak, you strengthen your resolve. You turn intention into reality. You shift from thinking about discipline to living it. You evolve from a philosopher to a warrior, someone who takes action regardless of the external noise. Think about it. You don't need to explain every move you make. Instead, focus on your work. Focus on the grind. Focus on the pursuit of excellence in silence. Let your results be the testament to your character, your strength, and your commitment. Mastering this habit means recognizing that words are fleeting, but actions are timeless. The world may forget what you said, but it will never forget what you did. So, speak less, act more, and let your deeds define who you truly are. In a world full of talkers, become the doer, the one whose actions carve a path of greatness. Number 6, live by principle, not by emotion. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In a world where everyone is driven by their emotions, where anger, fear, and pride dominate the actions of many, the Stoic stands firm. The Stoic does not let emotions dictate their behavior. They do not give in to momentary impulses, for they know that emotions are fleeting. They come and go like the wind. What truly matters is how you respond to them. Most people are slaves to their emotions. A slight insult triggers anger. A setback breeds despair. A challenge sparks fear. And when these emotions take the wheel, actions often follow that are driven by impulsive, unrefined responses. The aftermath? Regret, frustration, weakness. But the Stoic has mastered a different approach. They live by principle, not by emotion. They define their own code of conduct and let this guide their decisions, not the whims of fleeting emotional states. You feel anger. Respond with calm. You feel fear. Act with courage. You feel doubt. Keep moving forward, unwavering. This is not suppression of emotion, but understanding and mastering it. Emotions are not commands. They are signals. When you feel anger, it's a signal to reflect before reacting. When you feel fear, it's a signal to act with more courage. When doubt clouds your mind, it's a signal to trust in your strength and push through. The Stoic knows that it is not the event itself that holds power over them, but how they choose to react. By living in alignment with their principles, honor, discipline, resilience, they create a steady, unwavering foundation from which to respond. They are not swept away by the waves of emotion, but stand grounded, resolute, and clear-minded. Living by principle allows you to transform chaos into clarity. In the face of adversity, you don't falter. You respond with intention, purpose, and strength. Pain becomes power. The overwhelming forces of emotion become tools for growth, not obstacles to your progress. The key to this habit is simple. Know who you are. Define your values, your principles, and let them guide your actions, no matter what the external world throws at you. Your emotions may rise, but your response will always be shaped by the steady hand of your principles, not the volatile winds of feeling. Master this habit, and you will find yourself unshaken. The external world may change, but your internal compass will always guide you to clarity, strength, and true power. These 6 habits are not trends. They're not quick fixes. They are timeless disciplines that have forged warriors, emperors, philosophers, and survivors for thousands of years. When you master them, you're not just following a system. You're embodying a way of life. Practice voluntary discomfort. Train yourself to endure. Begin each day with stillness. Center yourself before the world rushes in. Focus only on what you can control. Let go of the rest. Embrace negative visualization. Prepare for the worst, but expect the best. Speak less, act more. Let your actions define you. Live by principle, not by emotion. Stay grounded in your values, no matter the storm. Master these, and life won't get easier. You will get stronger, more resilient, more unshakable. You will become the kind of person the world cannot break, no matter what it throws at you. If this video ignited something inside you, subscribe, like, and share it with someone who needs to rise. Let them see the power of Stoic wisdom and become unstoppable. And remember, the battle is won in daily habits, not in motivation, but in mastery. Live Stoic, live strong, and no matter what comes, never break.